Well, I know. Like I said, I am trying to make this as easy as possible. Guys, we just finally got the entire studio set up finally. It only took a little while to do so, but we have it done. There's no more being out in the kitchen area. There's no more having to worry about, uh, where we're having the show at. Not only do we have one particular spot, but we also have a guest area. Let me just show you. We also got the guest area right here next to me. So not only do we get to have a guest and they get to be live on camera with us, but we also get to be able to do what we love to do, have a debate. Have a debate. What could go seriously wrong with just having an actual debate and not having problems? Guys, it's all about being able to have that connection, the ability to set your studio up the way you want it to look and still have fun. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm thrilled that I was able to sit here and finally set something up. We also have the uh, the audio setup not only within this, but we also have the audio set up for being able to. Uh, we have it set up so that way we could hear what's going on. I ain't gotta have headphones in, anything like that. All of that is done our right through our system, so I can hear everything that's going on. I know what's being said. I know what I'm listening to. The conversations that I can have with you guys is going to be fantastic. And I got to be honest, I'm actually looking forward to the idea of being able to see what's going on. I'm looking forward to being able to follow through and finally have something set up where it looks right. It looks right. It seems right. And I think that the more that we work on this, it is going to change. It's going to get better. It's going to seem more professional. It's going to look better. Um, and the more that I work on being able to have my studio set up the way that I want it to be set up, it is going to make a difference. It is going to absolutely make a difference. It's going to be wonderful. I mean, I've got to be honest. It's definitely going to be enjoyable for sure. Sorry guys, while I try to set this up just a little bit better. So please don't mind me. I am trying very hard to set this up in a way so not only is it going to work for my needs, but I want it to work for everybody else. We have the ability finally to start having guests on here. We finally have the ability to start planning and start talking about what we want to do and how we want to um, do our podcasting, our live radio show, where we want to see things, how do we want this to work. Those are all aspects of this, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. If you are listening, you are in here, please like and follow on Facebook. We are always looking for you to join us. You can find us on Facebook through Jayy On The Wolf. Please feel free to keep watching our show live. We are excited. By all means, I'm excited because I have gone from not only, sitting here trying to build a to build myself up and to have a nice looking studio room, but I'm also looking at some of the positive here, some of those things that are going to help us in the long run. It's just depending on how we want to go about this. What's our following going to look like? Where do we go? Where do we go with it? Um, So, just remember we are working closer every day to hopefully having this turn into a very successful outcome. It's been taking some time. It's been taking time. It's slowly building up. Our fan base is slowly getting there. Um, if you guys remember from yesterday's conversation, my ultimate goal is that we try to reach over 3,000 more subscribers. If you do that, you share, you like, you share it with your friends and their friends, and their friends share it with them, family, whatever. I will literally, I've already ordered it, but I ordered the ghost pepper chip, and I will do the challenge if we get over 3,000 subscribers new to my channel, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on any of our platforms. I will do it. I want to build up this opportunity to not only have a successful outcome, but I want to do this to give you guys entertainment, to give you guys something to watch, something to get intrigued into, something that is going to help you guys with finding something that you can enjoy. That is huge for me. So make sure that you guys are sharing, send it to your friends, let them know. Our ultimate goal is to really bring this to everybody's attention. We want this to be fun and enjoyable. So just remember, our job is really making this fun for everybody. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do to build ourselves up. Let's talk about how we're going to, make this enjoyable for everybody. It's all about doing this in the right way. So you tell me what you think, what you're feeling. I'm open ears. We are going to be able to start talking about our first entertainment of the night and what our show is going to be with today, how we're going to do it. My ultimate goal is to, hopefully, share my experiences with everybody and share the ability to make positive changes to not only our, what we watch, what we talk about, all that stuff. So let's make it worth it for sure. Trying to get set up here, so please don't mind me, guys, while I work on it. My podcast name was kind of something that I wanted to work toward. The podcast name was mainly because I really like Wolf, and I felt that this podcast, being Jayy On The Wolf, would then an appropriate setup. So this is what I did. This is how I set it up. This is the way that I felt this would be right. So, but in true honesty, it works. I'm enjoying it, and I'm having fun with it. So, it'll be interesting for sure. So, all right, let's try to figure something out. Let's take a quick break. When I come back, we are going to talk. We're going to debate. And if you want to join into a debate, you can either call in or you can video in, and we can add you in so you can be able to have a debate, a conversation. What kind of things would you like to talk about? Where do you see things, 4 years from now? What do you want to talk about that is going to bring this to the public? I want to know where your mind's at, what your thoughts are. Where do you want this to go? Because this is something that you guys all should have a say in. It's something that you all should be able to talk about. But let's make it more interesting than it will ever be. It's all about how you design your creativeness to your conversation. You tell me what you want to listen to or talk about. So as soon as we get back after this commercial, we will talk about it as we go. Here we go. Take a few minutes as we take a quick break. Stay tuned right here on Jayy On The Wolf.
So fine. Oh man. One night, it changed the world. I guess we've got to wait and see. Let's go, baby. Never thought I would be so enlightened. Man, you be lightning. Feel so frightened. Cause you know that I always overlove what I see and that's right, yeah. I always know what's gonna be good. I don't give a fuck about what couldn't be or what could. Doesn't matter what you say, I'll always be by your side. Every day, anyway. I just gotta know that you always love me for the person that I am. I'ma treat you like a queen, cause girl, you be mine. Never hand, always had, always will. No matter what it takes. No matter what, love yourself first, then you're a man. Every time I try to do what's right, people bring it down, try to make you feel smaller now, but it ain't gonna let it happen this time. You got me thinking about all the real reasons that I wanna be with you. I can't see myself unless I see it right through, all the way through you. Now I feel like I've made up my mind. I knew that I had it when I had you and had all the time in my life, cause now I made a difference in my life. But I guess I need to really learn what love's all about. But if I can't treat you like a queen, then what the hell am I doing here right now? But I need to learn what it's all about. Doesn't matter what they say, I just gotta know that you and me, we always gonna be together no matter how hard things get. You and me, we always gonna be strong. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit and all the things that people think that we on. I just wanna know that you're gonna be right there no matter what the people say, cause I'ma be true. I just gotta know that you and me, we always gonna be together. We ain't gonna fight like true fighters in that. It's gonna be real clever. Fucking niggas. I just gotta know that they always gonna be with me when I never thought I'd see it through. I just gotta know that you
Yeah, buddy.
like too.
That's right.
Doesn't matter what
That's
they
right.
say,
That's
I'ma
right.
do
We
what
are
I have
working,
to do just to make myself be popular, no matter how hard it's gotta be. I'ma become real.
Yeah.
I'ma become real.
Guys, welcome back to Jayy On The Wolf. We got a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to go over. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you guys for jumping in here and being able to be a part of this amazing outcome and in this amazing situation that we have worked so dearly hard for. And I will tell you that this is an absolute blessing. So just remember that while you guys are listening to my show, you guys have the ability to reach out, talk to me, send a message, whatever is, whatever works for you guys. We want you to be a part of this. We want you to be able to dig in and share your thoughts and your opinions on things. Our goal is to hopefully, share this with everybody. Honestly, that's the truth. Um, it's a very exciting moment, and I think that the point of this is that we want you to be here. We want you to listen live. So don't think that we don't want your company or that we don't want you here, because that's not 100% true, because we want your support. We want you to feel like you have the ability to jump in here and have a great time and talk about this stuff. So just remember that as long as you come in here, join us, talk about what it is on your mind, where you feel that you want to, jump into when it comes to the conversation, please, by all means, I want you to be able to jump in. I want you to be able to speak your mind, and just know that we are not going to hide this. Yeah, no, absolutely. So that is one thing that we're still going to talk about. Charlie Kirk is the one that we are definitely going to get into, and I want you guys to know that we are going to talk about this. We are going to get into more of it, and this is something that has been a long time coming, and we want you guys to be able to tell us your opinion, tell us your thoughts, what you think. What do you think about it? If you'd like to join, please send me a message. Let me know. I will send you a link to join and follow us while we are live. I want to give you guys the opportunity of a lifetime to come on live, be able to talk to us. Sorry, guys, I got to fix this. This is driving me nuts. I want you to come on here. I want you to be able to tell me what your thoughts are. What do you think? Is this something that you can, is this something that you want to get into? Is this something you want to talk about? What is it? Please, I'd like to know. All right, let's go ahead and pull back the music, because we definitely want to make this doable for all of you. Let's go ahead. All right, so long story short, we have so much to talk about, so many things. Don't get me wrong. Some of this stuff is going to probably piss a lot of people off, or maybe it will open up some people to finally having a debate. I want you to have a debate with me. Don't get me wrong. I want you to. I want you to have a debate with me. I want you to be able to tell me if I'm wrong. And if I am, I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna be honest. I feel that that's the only way to get people to really jump in on these arguments, because they really don't see both sides of the story. Some people are very one-sided, and they don't want to talk about what is really important. They really don't. And it's a true fact. It is a discussion that we've been going on about for days now. And since the death of Charlie Kirk, it's been a very, very upsetting moment in our country. We have gone through the ultimate extent to say that this is one of the most devastating moments in our time right now. This is something that I would never have imagined to happen to a wonderful gentleman who has not only been a massive support and a person that is also a huge supporter about his life and other people's, and teaching us things that we need to know that are not being talked about. There are things that they are exposing because they want us to know the truth. And I think that realistically, the left side wanted us to have him shut up. And I disagree with that. That gentleman deserves the respect. He deserves to be able to speak up. And this is a very disgusting moment in our country. I mean, guys, this is not what God would want. This is not what I would want. I don't want my children to grow up living this type of life. This is a disgusting country. It is. It's absolutely disgusting. And I am so disappointed and appalled. They say in our big open political view, we're supposed to be united. Well, guys, we're not united. There's no united whatsoever. There's not. There's no united at all. There's nothing that states that we're working together in this country. Our houses are so divided that we are not making positive improvements in our country. Taxes are the highest it's ever been seen. Our consumer prices are through the damn roof. And the worst part about all this is that we're struggling. Our society is struggling. We're struggling so badly in our own, us as consumers, we are struggling so badly that some of us are living paycheck to paycheck or not even making paycheck to paycheck, and we're drowning financially because our country and our government cannot get our shit together. It's a goddamn fact, and it's sad. It's really, really, really sad. And it's so hard. It is. It made me angry as well, and it's been an upsetting moment for me as well. And I agree with you. Yeah, I feel you're hurt. I feel your understanding of where you're coming from. Yes, I absolutely agree. Our whole political side of this, we're getting, the political side of this, Republicans are the only ones that are getting shot at here. I absolutely agree. We're being targeted. They don't want the press to open up and talk about these things that need to be done. Nobody's talking about how we can improve the changes in our country and the demands that we need. It's unreal. And I think if you really think about it, our country is struggling to accept that because there's so much hate. I'm sorry, but I'm a guy. Look, I may not go to church every weekend, and I can openly admit that I can say that, okay? And I'm not proud of that. But I know that God would not want this. I know Jesus would not want this. This is just a disgusting moment in everyone's lives. We need to love each other. We need to come back to reality. This whole thing has gone way out of control. And it has gotten to the point where there are many people who do not understand the frustration and the input that it applies on our society, on the kids that are, younger than us. I mean, it's such a disgusting moment. It is such an absolute disgusting situation. And I don't think that anybody realizes how devastating it is on our younger generation. Our school systems, they're not teaching our kids anything. They're not teaching them about the right and the wrong. They're not teaching them about discipline. They're not teaching them about our history. And they're very, very limited. Our Board of Educations are trying to prevent from people teaching our children the proper things that need to be taught within the school systems. Nobody is trying to do the right thing here. And I'm sorry, I support teachers when they are teaching our children the truth. I support our teachers when they're giving people the acceptance of what is really important within this country. We need to stop and think about what is really important to not only our younger generation, how we're teaching them the right and wrong that they need to know, and disciplining them properly. You're the parent. Let's start teaching our kids what this country is really about. Give them something to learn, because they will forever thank you for you doing that. I still wish that my school would have taught me the importance of what it means, teaching us the truth behind certain things that we should have learned in our younger years. Those are all things that should have been taught to us while we were in school. It's a disgrace, guys. It really is. You know, we work so hard. We work so hard. One thing that I really question, why didn't our school growing up, even younger or older, I should say older folks of us, why were we not taught how to do taxes in life? That's something that should have been taught to our younger generation. That was one thing that should have been brought up right from the get-go. What about the other parts of it? They didn't really give us the ropes to learn how to budget our money and how we can better ourselves out in the community and when we're out on our own independently. They did not give us this stuff. They did not give us the things that we needed to be able to grow. They did not give us those learning life lessons or the ropes to be a stronger person. Okay? There are a lot of questions that I have. And I wish that I could turn back the pages in my years and say, look, yeah, I made some mistakes in my life. I've made some really wrong mistakes. But you, as older adults, why are you guys not giving us? Why are you not giving us the ropes that we need? You know, it's unreal. Someone just messaged on here. There is a new video servicing of a woman who is a teacher who films her kids and says, "I have awesome news. Can you guess what it is?" And here, and her, sorry, I said that wrong. And her youngest daughter, 8 or 9, says, "Donald Trump died." And a mom says, "No, second best news of all time." And the daughter goes, "The vice president died," etc., etc. Guys, this is disgusting. I'm sorry, but this is fucking disgusting. I excuse my swearing in this, and I do apologize, but this is why I am so distraught and disgusted with the way that our country is turning out. Come on, guys. Like, if you're going to teach your kids, you're going to put them in a school education. You know what? I would rather just homeschool my kids. I would rather homeschool my kids and watch them be able to be taught the truth. I would rather teach them about our history. I'd rather be the one to give them the education that they need. You know, and that's the thing that makes it, that's the thing that makes this really important. We have the ability to teach our kids from home. We can homeschool them. That is our choice. That is our conditional choice without being told different. We have the right, as in our Constitution states, First Amendment says we have the freedom of speech. Guys, we need to start teaching our kids the importance of our history, of our current ongoing situations. Our goal is to give our kids the best future and the best outcome, no matter what it is. If we can't give that to them, then what are we doing? we're wasting time. We're wasting time. We're wasting resources. We're wasting the ability of what's truly important to everybody. And I can't sit here and say it enough, but it is disgusting to see what our country is really about. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not a diehard American and that I don't love my country, but I hate the idea that we have people in our office, in the government, in our legislative, in all these areas that none of this is being taken into consideration. There is a time in life where some of this, enough is enough. And we have to start putting our sense of, I want to say this in the right way, but I want us to pull our heads out of our butts and seriously consider that we need to give our children and our future children and our future grandchildren the best possible outcome and to teach them what it's really about. And I gotta be honest, I don't like the idea that teachers are doing this. I'm sorry. Honestly, Ashlyn, I wish I could have you be live with me on this. I really wish that I could get you on here to join me, only because I would love to be able to have you speak on the behalf of this. Even if it was through video, I mean, I could add you in through video and you could talk to me about your debate, what your thoughts are. Ash, honestly, I'd love to have you here because it would be great. It would be amazing. Catherine Mazurek, thank you for watching in. Please stick around. We are talking about the most absolute unreal situations. It's ungodly. I can't believe that our country, I mean, this is such a divided country, and it's not like it used to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I don't think that this country will be better. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it comes back to what it really is about. I hope for some positive changes. Whether we're going to see those positive changes happen, I don't know. It's kind of something that's up in the air. It's a question that needs to be had. I just don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I know a lot of people have different political views, and that some people are, Republicans, some people are Democratic, some people are socialists, some people are conservatives. At this point, I'm going to become a conservative. I'm going to be a conservative. I'm going to start being, that type of person, because I am tired of listening to people say that they know better. They know better than me. They know more than me. They know what it's all about. And honestly, it's a disgusting moment in my time of being here on live on this. It's not like it used to be, guys. When we would go on and talk about political situations, some people actually didn't mind the idea of being able to speak up and really have an input on our future. I'll be honest, I'm hoping that while I'm doing these podcasts and these live shows, I'm kind of hoping that I can get more people in to being supportive. This is something that I would like to do from home. This is something that I would like to continue doing from home and be able to have a have this turn into a payable career where I get paid for doing this. I want to be able to do this. Don't get me wrong. I really want to make this I want to make this more valuable, not only to the community and not only to all of you who are listening in, but I want to do this so I can work from home. I want to work from home. I would rather work for myself and work from home and be able to do live podcasting on these shows to give people the ability to sit back and go, I like listening to this guy. I like listening to his comments. I like listening to where his mind is at. And I am. I have officially decided that I'm going to become a conservative. I want to be able to just sit in the middle and listen. Am I going to speak the truth? Am I going to debate other parties? Absolutely. I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow in the same shoes that I feel is right, feel is necessary, and I'm going to support Charlie Kirk and his career. And I want to do that. I want to be a conservative. I am tired of these ongoing fights, of these ongoing battles with people not realizing that, not realizing that we have a right. We have an absolute right. And I'm going to play a huge part of this. Is the government going to change their ways and make our country better? I don't know. The way I look at it is I'm going to sit back. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to see from both political views. I'm going to do what I got to do to really see what's going on. Yes, I will definitely take a look at this video. And actually, you know what, guys? Let's do this because Ash sent a video, and this is what's a disgrace. And I want to play this. You guys will be able to hear it. You guys will be able to hear, to hear everything that's going on. So give me a second while I log in. Because I want you guys to join in and see this. This is just unreal. The video is what I'm going to be interested in seeing. And I might just download it and then let me see here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do this because I want you guys to see this. Like, this is legit. Let's see. See if I can I download this? Hold on, guys. Don't mind me. All right, yes, we can. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back. And I'm going to deal with that. Let's go to here. Excuse me, guys, while I work on checking this out real quick. So unread. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm absolutely disgusted with our country and the way that things are going. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to just take a second here while I pull up this video because, like I said, I want to see this video. I want to see what she sent because even myself, this would really upset me. And I am going to play this for you guys. Just please be patient while I get this set up so I can show this to you.
I have the best news.
Let me clear this out. I am going to go back to the page here. Let's go to share screen. We are going to Windows. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share this with you guys. And I want you guys to seriously watch this video. Okay. Ash, I want to say thank you for sending this over. This was on TikTok. This is why I am so pissed about parents or teachers, whatever the situation is. This is what makes me really upset with our country. This is what pisses me off about this whole entire situation. Let's take a look at this video.
I have the best news ever.
Donald Trump died.
Second best news.
The vice president died.
Okay, third best news.
That Elon Musk died.
Okay, no. Nobody died. My best friend's getting married.
Which one is it?
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged.
This is why I get so mad. Guys, it is a absolute disgusting mess. I can't tell you enough. This is one of the reasons why I don't like talking about some of these frustrations. I'm sorry. It pisses me off that you think that you're going to sit there and teach your kids to talk like that. No, those kids are not being taught properly. I'm sorry. I don't think they are. And I don't really care if it upsets you. I don't care that you get mad. I don't care that it's making you feel some type of way. Not my problem. Not my problem. You need to teach your kids the proper way of how you handle things. You need to teach your kids right from wrong. Teach them the truth about our political views. Teach them the truth about what really is happening in this life. Teach them to be conservatives. Okay? Because if you don't, look at our country. Look where things are going. Look where everything has gone. I'm sorry, but I'm pissed off that I'm getting videos. I'm getting stuff sent to me talking about how these kids are being taught these things. I'm sorry. It's very god dang frustrating to see this. We're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish our conversation about this because I'm sorry, but this is a frustrating moment in our time where people really don't see the truth behind some of the things that are going on. It's a damn disgrace. Sorry, guys, I'm reading this. You know, I agree. I agree with the idea that kids need to be more involved with a childhood life and not with a political view life, but there is a age where they need to start learning. And I do think that the school systems should be able to do that appropriately. And I think that there is a proper way to do it. And our education systems need to really implement those changes properly at a certain age. Do I agree that this is inappropriate? Yeah, this is beyond inappropriate. No child should ever talk about that. No child should ever have to be that type of way or say things like this. We are going to take a break. And when we come back, we are going to talk more about our upcoming situations, new stories, and new information. And later on, we are going to talk about the weather for tomorrow. And we're going to see how that looks. But we're also going to talk about maybe tonight. See how tonight's weather is going to look and where things are going to go. And hopefully it looks great. And that's going to teach us a lot. Ash, stay tuned. Please don't go anywhere. We are going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we are going to finish talking about what you just sent me. And I would love to finish this conversation. Please let me know if you would like to join me through video. I would love to have you join. It would be fantastic. I really would love for you to be here. So please let me know. All All right, so we're coming right back here in a few minutes, so please stay tuned, and we will see you shortly. Do not go anywhere. I want to yeah, you guys are able to right here, live, and we will have so much more coming on the way. Soon.
Be together, we ain't gonna fight like true fighters, and that's gonna be real clever. Fucking niggas, I just gotta know that they always gonna be me with me when I never thought I'd see it through. I just gotta know that you and me, we tough like two. Doesn't matter what they say, I'ma do what I have to do just to make myself be popular, no matter how hard it's gotta be. I'ma become real, I'ma become rich, I'ma become the person that I never thought I could be, but you gonna support me like I never have been. I gotta live my life right up to the top, gonna live in $1 million mansion like no one could ever love. Yeah, it's a real Hollywood event. No matter what they say, I'ma gonna do what I had to do. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit that they try to put you through. You and me, we gonna stick through it all. We don't give a fuck about the bullshit. Now we gonna take it down, bring it down, bring it up. Let me show you how to take us off the right way before shit falls apart. Yeah, baby, I'ma show you what it's really all about. Just put your trust in me, because I'ma always love you like we always loved each other. Baby, please, let me give you the right way. I promise you I'll never let go. It'll be the day. Yeah, so fine. Oh man, one night it changed the world. I guess we've got to wait and see. Let's go, baby. Never thought I would be so enlightened. May you be lightning. Feel so frightened, cause you know that I always only love what I see, and that's right, yeah. I always know what's gonna be good. I don't give a fuck about what couldn't be or what could. Doesn't matter what you say, I'll always be by your side every day. Anyway, I just gotta know that you always love me for the person that I am. I'ma treat you like a queen, cause girl, you mine. Never hand, always had, always will, no matter what it takes. Cause you always fine, like wine. I don't give a fuck about all these ooh. I don't give a fuck about what they gonna do. I'ma show them that what I could do that they couldn't do. But I guess I had to be real true, cause they only gonna talk about how they ain't gonna do what they say they're gonna do, but they never do. But I guess I learned when it came out. I guess I learned that all the people that love me never love me. Why? True feelings ain't always what they say. I guess I learned that no matter what, love yourself first, then you're a man. Every time I try to do what's right, people bring it down, try to make it feel smaller now, but it ain't gonna let it happen this time. You got me thinking about all the real reasons that I wanna be with you. I can't see myself unless I see it right through, all the way through you. Now I feel like I've made up my mind. I know that I had it when I had you, and had all the time in my life, cause now I made a difference in my life. But I guess I need to really learn what love's all about. But if I can't treat you like a queen, then what the hell am I doing here right now? But I need to learn what it's all about. Doesn't matter what they say, I just gotta know that you and me, we always gonna be that they always gonna be me with me when I never thought I'd see it through. I just gotta know that you and me, we tough like two. Doesn't matter what they say, I'ma do what I have to do just to make myself be popular, no matter how hard it's gotta be. I'ma become real, I'ma become rich, I'ma become the person that I never thought I could be. But you gonna support me like I never have been. I gotta live my life right up to the top. Gonna live in $1 million mansion like no one could ever love. Yeah, it's a real Hollywood event. No matter what they say, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I don't give a fuck about the bullshit that they try to put you through. You and me, we gonna stick through it all. We don't give a fuck about the bullshit. Now we gonna take it down, bring it down, bring it up. Let me show you how to take us all the right way before shit falls apart. Yeah, baby, I'ma show you what it's really all about. Just put your trust in me, because I'ma always love you like we always loved each other. Baby, please, let me give you the right way. I promise you I'll never let go. It'll be the day. Yeah, so fine.
Alrighty, we are back. We are getting ready to talk about the ongoing issues that we've been wanting to discuss.
I guess we've got the
We're
wait
going
and
in.
see. Let's go,
It's going to be
baby.
interesting to see how this goes. So,
Never thought I
are
would
you
be
ready
so
for the
alive.
rest of the evening on our show? And we're going to things absolutely are we going.
Feel so fright.
Don't get me wrong, we're getting ready to do all this right here live. Trust me, I'm excited. So many things to talk about. And we have many more things ongoing.
Doesn't matter what you say,
So
I'll
we're
always
going to
be.
come back in a second. We're going to take a minute. We're going to talk more about some of the things that we have that we are going to look forward to. Thank you for everybody watching in, watching live. Thank you so much. It is absolutely a blessing. Absolute blessing. So please, don't think for 1 second that I don't appreciate your support. Don't think that for 1 second that I don't appreciate all the hard work that you guys have been doing to be a part of this. We have so many things to go on and talk about, and some of it's questionable. I don't know exactly where your thoughts are, what you're thinking, but we want you guys to be able to join in and talk about these ongoing issues that we're dealing with. If I mind telling you, I mean, in true honesty, I find it pretty disgusting. I mean, I can't tell you enough, but from what I can see and from what I have been watching between the videos, the conversations, it's disgusting to see that our kids are being taught the wrong information. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. I find it disgusting. I find it to be very inconsiderate. I find it to be the wrong way to teach your children. And it's factual. I'm sorry. I find it to be the most disturbing situation possible. It's not something that I would say I support. It's not something that I would say that is going to make me think any differently. This is a time in our life where our kids are being taught the wrong things, and they're being taught the wrong expectations, and they're not being given the proper the proper idea that our country is going through so much. It's honestly it's a sad situation. It really is. I'm going to fix my audio, the speakers a little bit. They're just a little bit turned up a little bit, so I'm going to turn them down, and then I'm going to just come right back. It's literally going to be 2 seconds, so just stay with me while I work on this. It takes 1 second. All right, so don't mind me, guys. I'm just writing back to some people. Um, so realistically, we have gone through talking about the conversations with the whole with this whole situation with Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry, it's a sad situation. I feel so bad, and my condolences go to him, to his wife and them. Uh, it's a sad situation. It really is. Um, it's one of those things where it's just not cool. All right, so on top of our current conversations that we've been having, we are going to work towards our conversation with the give me a second, guys. As far as I know, the password hadn't changed even after you had left. Um, it's going to be interesting. We have had quite the year. The drought this year. We've had we're on a drought. We literally are. We're in the position of we're in the position right now of some of the stuff that's going on. We haven't had much rain. We really haven't. And we are, we were told through the local news that the area that we live in is they have a drought warning, and that's scary. I mean, we really haven't had a whole lot of rain this year, and that's something that we are trying to change. It's something that we are working on. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but hopefully it will change sooner than later. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll see. Boy, it does look better when the darker colors are in. I don't know. See that? It's just weird. Some of it does work. That's, yeah, see, I feel like the blue is the best option because I can see everything pretty darn good. Guys, I just have to be open and honest with you. This whole situation and our political views has just gone through the roof for sure. So make them responsible for everything that they have done, and hopefully this will have some lashback against them. Realistically, you know, you know, I look at one or two things. You know, it's you know, they really need to realize that. It's a sad situation. We're dealing with a lot of you know, we're dealing with a lot of nonsense coming from some folks in our, you know, in our communities lately. We've had a lot of conversation about some of the things that are actually happening, some of the things that have actually been affecting us. It's unreal. A lot of this Charlie Kirk stuff has really taken a toll on some of the locals, some of the communities, some of the areas. It's really affecting some of the stuff that's going on in our local, or even in our local news. It's really affecting a lot of us. So don't think for one second that, you know, I don't support the idea of talking about Charlie Kirk, because I do. It's a sad situation for sure. So, you know, just remember, guys, that we are making positive efforts. We're getting there. So we're going to take a quick break. It's only going to be a minute. Please know that we are working towards building this show up, making it better. You got something you want to talk about, you have something that you want to bring up, please reach out to us. Let us know. Send us a message on Facebook. You may also send us any kind of information. We'd love your support. We'd love for you to do that. Upcoming, we're going to talk about the updated news. Jimmy Kimmel. Talk about that for us. All right, when we come back, stay tuned. Please don't go nowhere. We got a lot to go over about this next deal with Jimmy Kimmel. So make sure you stay on. Don't go nowhere. We're only going to be gone for 1 minute. And then when we come back, we can have that discussion. Okay? So don't go nowhere. We'll talk to you shortly. All righty, we are back and we are ready to go on to our next conversation. We are going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. That's right. We're going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel, who was on air for quite some time. But I got to say, the response that I saw from Donald J. Trump was absolutely unreal. It was unreal. I mean, I'm not even going to lie. It was a real situation. The response from Donald J. Trump about what his thoughts were with Jimmy Kimmel was absolutely probably the most entertaining moment in today's news. I'm not going to lie. It's a moment of, you know, what we didn't think was going to happen. You know, Jimmy Kimmel, I mean, I got to be honest. This was just it was a real situation to see this actually happen. When I watched the video, you know, Trump was very directed about he didn't like Jimmy Kimmel. He didn't like his show. He quoted in his own words, wasn't talented, and that his show sucked. You know, seeing that being brought up, seeing that being said, and talking about the show, talking about how he didn't care for it. You know, seeing that response from Jimmy, excuse me, I messed that up. Seeing that response from Donald J. Trump, you know, seeing that from Trump was just, it was unreal. I personally think that with the situation, there definitely is the option of, you know, his personal response. And all of that counts. All of that does. It's kind of a situation that is there, and it's true. I definitely can say that do we have our own opinions on people? Absolutely. But I like I said, I'm working towards just being a conservative. I'm focusing on the truth, the reality, the real intentions of what we need to know and how we go about it. All of this is it's all there. It's just, you know, we got to talk about the insight on all of these things. You know, we got to talk about the importance of, you know, where our mind is at with everything. How do we feel about this? You know, do we, you know, do we sit back? Do we not say nothing? And how do we really go about some of this stuff? You know, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel, you know, I'm not saying that the guy, I don't know the dude personally. I've barely watched his show. And honestly, because of the fact that I barely watch his show, I have no interest in, I really have no interest. I just don't. You know, I'm not saying that, my personal opinion about, Jimmy Kimmel is the same as Trump. I can't say that because I never watched this show. I don't know. And the remarks that he made, do I think that the consequences of him being pulled from that were right? Absolutely. I'm sorry. I personally don't agree with it. I find myself being very irritated about the entire situation. I feel very irritated about how all of this played a part in what had happened to Charlie Kirk. Charlie deserves the respect. He deserves the uproar of all of this. I mean, Charlie Kirk made a difference to millions of people. And if you want me to be honest with you, he was a gentleman and he was a disciple. He wanted to change the world. He talked faithfully with college students and younger generations about the Bible. And he loved what he did. Him and his wife were very, very good and close about that. She was a supportive wife. She loved what she was doing to help him grow his career. She really was involved. She wanted him to be successful, and he was. And realistically, I would say that what went on and how he changed people's lives, all of that is important. All of that is always going to be the center of change in this world. He changed millions of people's lives, gave them answers that they didn't know if they would ever get. So praise him for doing what he did. Praise him for his generosity of being open and honest. All right, we are going to take this moment right now as we are talking. We have breaking news at this moment. A school administrator just got fired selling the school district's lawnmowers and lawn care equipment on Facebook Marketplace. You got to be kidding me. Are you really that stupid? Why? Why would you go and sell school property that they purchased, they bought, that they put their time into? Please tell me what is going through your damn head, because I don't see how you can live with yourself on that. I just don't. If you think for 1 second that selling property that is owned by a school district, if you think for 1 second that's the most appropriate thing you should be doing, I'm sorry, but you're gonna lose. You lost your job. You might as well say goodbye to it. You might as well just run the other way and just not even think about ever being part of another school job ever again, because you're not going to get it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Ash, for that. That is hilarious. I am in a moment of this is thrilling. This is what I love. This is why I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. This is one of the reasons why I like talking about some of these ongoing daily news situations. Realistically, it's pretty damn funny. It really is. This is stuff that I couldn't imagine. This is stuff that stuff that I would never, ever, ever come up with. It's just something that I would never expect. So as of right now, it looks as if Charlie Kirk's widowed wife, Erica, is now elected as the new CEO for Turning Point USA after, while I get this pulled up, after his husband's, after her husband's death. She not only was that Charlie Kirk's wife, but she now sits in the chair of CEO for Turning Point USA. She really is a wonderful woman, and I will tell you that her voice, speaking up like she did, the fact that she was able to speak up about her insight on how this is going to change the world. This empowered everything that Charlie has ever talked about. This empowered the ability to change the world. And it will be bigger, it will be bolder, it will be stronger, and it will continue to keep going the way that it needs to go. That woman deserves 110% respect. The vow that she is taking to follow Charlie and his path, his career, his dedication to what he did, and the fact that she is trying to make the same thing happen. Girl, you are praised, you are loved, and you are here to be heard. Godspeed be with you. I'm telling you, you are a blessing to America, and you deserve that. You deserve all of that respect. No matter what anyone says, you are an enlightenment in our life. You really are. We hope that you continue his path with his show, his podcasting, that you continue to do what you are doing. Millions of us out there are hoping for you to be aware that we will be there for you. We want to support you, and we are here to tell you that we will be a supporter for every step of the way for your journey. We are going to say that this has been a very tough time for her and the kids. It's really been very, very, very tough. I do know that after watching some videos on Facebook, Utah Valley University has flown a massive United States flag, and it is right above where Charlie Kirk had been assassinated and passed away. They are in the processes of turning that into a memorial site for Charlie Kirk. That is something that we should all look into. If I personally was able to start a massive fundraising, what I would do is I would share this across the entire world. We would put a fundraising to make one massive donation to the Utah Valley University and give them the ability to build a monument or a memorial for Charlie Kirk. And honestly, us doing that would be extravagant. It would be unlike no other. So that is huge. It's really, 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 really well needed. We also were just talking with Ash. Thank you. She just said that, I don't know, please explain, is it South Seneca? Am I right? Can you tell me that? Is that what the SS stands for? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out is if that the SS stands for South Seneca. Am I wrong? Or am I not reading this right? According to yes, it is South Seneca. Okay, that's what I was wondering. So I guess South Seneca School District, they just unbanned backpacks and said unbanned. Am I reading that right? They just they banned backpacks and said that kids aren't allowed to carry them with them and can only keep their backpacks in their lockers. The phones rule is crazy to me, to considering all the school shootings that are happening. Yeah, absolutely. The idea that kids can't have their damn cell phones. Come on. I mean, we're 90s kids. We grew up having cell phones with us. Did we get yelled at in school? Did we get write-ups for it? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We went from, having the first generation of iPods to MP3 players. Then we're going back as far as these little like memory clips with songs on them. And you put them in this little thing, you'd buy them and collect them, and then you'd had songs to listen to with a set of headphones. Guys, we had all this stuff going through school. We were the changing generation of having all of these electronics and all of these devices. And you're going to sit there and you're going to take this from us? Nah. Our younger generation of kids, stop focusing on the damn phones and start focusing on the damn discipline in our schools. Kids need to be disciplined at home too. And the parents need to be held accountable for this. Like, I'm sorry, but this is a situation that is going to piss off a lot of people at home. It's going to piss off a lot of people within our communities. And I'm sorry, but this has gotten these are a lot of things that should not be happening. And like I said, I'm a conservative. I want to be, open to listening to both sides of it, but I also agree it is an upsetting situation. The way I look at this and the way that I see how this is going, this is a way for our local educational systems, our government, and people within the higher chairs basically saying, we're not okay with this. So we're banning it. We're doing this because they don't think children are learning. No, kids are not learning because there's no discipline in our schools. There's no discipline at home. We have all these stupid laws in place that they're not helping. They're making situations worse across the border across the state. It's an ongoing problem with the way that kids are being taught. They're growing up. This situation is just unreal. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I can't sit here and keep my mouth shut about true things that are going on within our community. This is a problem. You doing this is only going to piss off more people. Guys, kids today need to have a cell phone, not only for their own safety, not only because of the way the world is turning. There has to be a form of communication. It has to be. Some people have medical issues. Some people have, if there's something going on, there needs to be some form of communication. There needs to be some kind of way for them to get a hold of their parents, or if there's a change going on. I know your response. Oh, well, they could just call the school and do this, blah, 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 blah. And the school's going to come back and say, well, no, you could just text them. We're very busy. We're not the messengers. We're not going to do this. Well, guys, let me tell you something. This is going to open up an argument across all of the states that are doing this, whether it's New York State or not. It's going to open up a lot of questions. It's going to open up a lot of arguments. It's going to open up a lot of what ifs. And personally, I'm going to tell you right now, Governor Hochul, you are wrong. You are absolutely in the wrong for this, applying this kind of law. You are the type of person we do not want in office. You are the type of person that we don't want here in that seat. And if you really want me to be honest, I can personally say I would rather have Governor Cuomo back in office. I'd rather have him back in office because he was not that bad. Did he do some things that he probably shouldn't have done? Absolutely. America's not proud of it, and that's totally understandable. But respectfully, Governor Hochul, you do not have the right to sit here and determine what you think is best for our school systems in our state, because you are not helping at all. You are making the situations worse. You know what needs to be done? The bail reform needs to be pulled and completely gone. We need to start holding the criminals in the state of New York responsible for their crimes. We need to start putting that back to its original place. If I had the ability to do so, I would run for governor. I personally would run for governor. I would go to school, whatever they offered from the government for me to be able to get a proper education and learning about the laws, learning about what we can do, what we can't do, and bringing this damn state back to where it needs to be. I would run for governor, and I would love to know how many of you that have followed me, how many of you have watched me through these times. I would run for governor to change the implements of the state and the laws that are in place. I would do whatever I had to make sure that we took the bail reform and got rid of it, because none of these criminals are being held accountable for any of the wrongdoing that they're doing, period. And then they wonder why we have problem after problem after problem and our state's gone to shit, because there's nothing being done. And the cops and the police officers that work very hard and they're dedicated to their job, their hands are tied. They're like, we can arrest them, but they're given an appearance ticket and then they're on their way back out on the street again. So what? They can do another crime and they can do another one after that and they just keep adding them up. Guys, this is a fucking disgrace. This bail reform needs to be pulled and gotten rid of, because all it's doing is making not only parts of New York terrible, but it's not helping any of what we are dealing with. It has got to go. It has to go. It's got to go, period. Because it is pissing off so many people and so many locals. It's driving the locals to leave out of the state of New York. It's unsafe. It's just crucial that we stop and think about how we can make a change. And Hochul, you're just making this worse. You are driving people away. You are driving people out of New York State and allowing for criminals to move here. This is a fucking disaster. There's no reason for any of this. I personally can't stand it. I can't. I am in a position now where, if I had the ability, if me personally have the ability to move out of New York State, I would. I'd move out of New York State faster than you think. But I got my kids here. My kids are here, and it's hard. It's really freaking hard. It's difficult to deal with when you sit here and you think about what goes on. These lawmakers don't really give two shits about where we feel, where we think, where we're coming from. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the responses of things that aren't being done and things aren't being held accountable. And they wonder why we have problems the way we do. It is not only going to affect us in the long run, but it is going to make our life so much harder and so much worse if this does not get taken care of sooner than later. It's just the truth. And I know a lot of people are agreeing with it. Yes. That I've seen that a lot. Absolutely. All right. So as we talk about national news, there was a magnitude of a 7.8 earthquake off the coast of Russia. It says there is no threat for a tsunami, and that there is, and there's no longer one, but there was a tsunami advisory in Alaska after the large quake off of Russia. But they're saying that there is no advisory, it's been canceled, but they are making it aware that, there was one, there's not one now, and they do not plan on, they don't plan on, letting, it's not going to happen. So, let's talk about our local weather. Yes, that's what I said. Local weather, of course. Ithaca Porch Fest is this weekend. So make sure that if you guys are looking to be a part of this event, please make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you are keeping yourselves in a better position, because we want to make sure that all of you guys are being a part of this. As we continue on, we're going to talk more about it for this whole situation. There's a lot to talk about. It's wow. This was just posted up tonight. No, yesterday. This was posted up yesterday. Ithaca continues public hearings on reparations. I'm not terrible with reading, so this is just a weird word. In Ithaca, New York State is asking local residents to attend a hearing here in Ithaca, New York. And they have, I guess, these meetings held across the state in recent years. And the NYSCCRR or as known, New York State Community Commissions on Reparations Remedies. All of this stuff is being asked for people to attend, for people to be a part of this. I not disagreeing that this is something that shouldn't be talked about, but we definitely need to hear the inside stories of this for sure. Those are all things that need to be discussed regardless, no matter what the situation is. So a Horseheads man arrested for allegedly murdering a 3-year-old boy. Oh my God. What is wrong with people? 27-year-old man from Horseheads is charged after a murder and death of a toddler on Monday. Christopher Woods is in the Chemung County Jail and is charged with second-degree murder. According to New York State Police, Woods arrived at the hospital on Monday with an unresponsive toddler who passed away after life-saving attempts by medical staff. Woods is the boyfriend of the child's mother. The hospital staff reportedly contacted Child Protective Services after observing suspicious injuries on the child and one other child. According to state police, they were able to connect the injuries to Woods. Woods was arraigned and sent to the Chemung County Jail without bail. Guys, that is absolutely unruly. There's no reason for that. None at all. None at all. Also, the search, an ongoing search for a gentleman, Joseph, who went missing at the Buttermilk Falls here in Ithaca, New York. That gentleman is still being looked for. He's still missing. And we are asking the community to please keep an eye out and keep your eyes peeled. If you are walking through the trails, if you may have seen him, if you have had any interactions or possible interactions, please reach out directly to the New York State Police and let them know if you have any information. They are always looking for more information. You may also contact the New York State Park Police, and they are also involved with looking into this missing persons case. So please make sure that you guys are reaching out and trying to be a help and support to everything that's happening. So just make sure that you guys are being supportive as much as possible. This will all be helpful. The upcoming news, I mean, this is all stuff that is well needed to be talked about. But Catholic Charities of Chemung, Schuyler County is hosting a free furniture giveaway on Wednesday. That was yesterday. I'm not sure if they're still going to have more furniture or not, but that you could reach out to them and ask them and see. They may have some stuff, but reach out to them to see if they do. Also, it looks like, let's see. It looks like that there's other possible events going on for the time being. See how it looks. We'll see what tonight's local radar looks like tonight. Local weather. See how things are looking for the most part. Because all of this is going to be playing into it, and it looks like it's going to be good. As of right now, it's going to be mostly clear skies, 71 degrees. We are looking like it's going to be a wonderful night. So if you're out and about and finding things to do, we are suggesting go out for a late night walk, find something to do to kind of enjoy the nice weather, see how it goes. It's all things that we support it for sure. For your 7-day outlook, Friday a high of 72, and overnight drops down to 40 degrees. Saturday a high of 73, Sunday 73, Monday 77, and Tuesday 74 with scattered thunderstorms. So for the most part, for the next 4 days, it looks like it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's going to be quite gorgeous. So just be sure to keep in touch, keep an eye on the weather, could change, see how it goes. As of the rest of the evening, we would like to say thank you to everyone who has been a massive support to our podcasting. We want to say thank you to you for being here and enjoying our moment being live. We really are glad that we were able to start a podcasting event and have you guys be here for all of this. This has been phenomenal. We are going to be coming back on here in a little while. We are going to take a break. I'm going to gather more information. We are going to share more stories as we go. So please make sure that you guys stay tuned, stay live, stay with us as we continue on being able to share this information with you, because without you guys, this would be a very, very difficult situation. And really the responses that I've had today, thank you to Ash, who has been here. Thank you to everyone else who has been watching in and being a part of this. This has been phenomenal. We really do appreciate all of this. This is what is going to help grow. And this is what's going to help us become bigger in this. It's very, very difficult without you guys. It really is. It's true. So as of right now, we are going to take a break. We will be back on at 10 p.m. and we are going to get ourselves built up. We are going to focus on the important aspects of tonight's stories. And we also are going to have some guest speakers, and I cannot wait to have them on here. We're going to see how this all goes. And I'm hoping that when we do, we are hoping that we get the right responses that we're looking for from our guest speakers. So please stay tuned. We will have a lot more coming on the way at 10 o'clock. We hope to see you then. And just remember, this isn't just a show where you get to listen in. You can be a part of this show. You can be here to talk. You can be here to enjoy what it is all about. And just know that you are able to help us determine where this show goes. Just remember that. Stay tuned, stay live, stay here. We are always, always, always looking for your support. Don't forget that you can also find us not only on Facebook, we are on Twitch, and also YouTube. So stay tuned, stay live. We'll see you right back here at 10 p.m. Thank you, and have a great rest of your evening.
died.